whenever new characters for Genshin are released, they also release some trailers, some shorts sometimes, some teasers, and things like this as well. And it's always like really cool to check this stuff out. And today we're going to be checking out the animated short Star Odyssey for Skirk, the character teaser for Skirk, the character trailer for Skirk, and some stuff for Dahlia as well in terms of their trailer also. I actually think it's going to be a really fun time because usually I would wait to do this stuff, but I'm going to do this like whenever like they introduce a bunch of new characters. I think it might be fun, especially when they introduce shorts and stuff like that too. By the way, my name is Calvin, also known as Robert, and this is me watching some Genshin Impact trailers. So this is Star Odyssey, the animated short that people were telling me about as well. Oh man, I'm going to make sure, before we do anything, I'm going to make sure subtitles are on. And we're going to go back to the start. Such a cool visual with the cut in the sky. Oh my god, I'm known as the Senders. Look at this image as well, just like Skirk floating in like the middle of the space and time, you know? Not worthy. So, oh my god, okay, we have to skip back. I'm sorry I keep pausing, but like the idea of like you're not worthy to be descender yet, you're a trespasser. I'm just opening the door for you. So that's Sir Logi speaking to her right now. This music, man. Look at this image as well. The lighting on her face. Oh my god. This is gorgeous. This is literally her passing into Devat, right? This music is so freaking pretty. Oh my god, Farida, what the hell? And Lament. I should just see this as a shooting star. Oh my god, you look so adorable, Farida. Incredible moment there as well, wasn't it? Like, the music is so pretty, by the way. It's so pretty. And look, this is a great artwork of Farida, by the way, in Lament. She looks like the biggest sweetheart ever lived, you know? Which we know she is, but you know what I mean. This music is so freaking good. It's like hitting my heart so much. And look, she's like the imagery. Remember? It's not your home. This is so much. I'm sorry I keep pausing, guys. I'm going to try and keep it like we might do like a run through where we just watch the whole thing all in one go, but this is so pretty. It's so effing pretty. You do not belong here. This is so pretty. Alice is when she met Alice. This song is gorgeous. This song is freaking gorgeous. Oh my god, she's in the freaking Dane. She was at the mausoleum of freaking King Desert. Now she's like witnessing Dane as well. Who taught you to play that? Oh, he would have known as well. My heart is pounding. Asking where Sir Logi is one of the sinners. Gorgeous. Look at this as well. The colors. She's traveling everywhere. Is that Tartagula? The transition between all these places, all these biomes. Oh my god. The Abyss. I cannot get over this freaking song. Just like when we were training, remember all the swords in the ground. This is stunning. No. Oh my god, that's us. That's our drawing. In that moment, she knew there was other people who descended from beyond, right? Oh my god, we're gonna do another run through, and this time I know like it's weird to do. We'll pause even more this time. We'll see what we can like talk about as we're going along here. But this is such a beautiful freaking thing. Like the music, the visuals, so stunning. So she's talking about like us being that we have the power to reshape the world, right? Look at this image, it's so freaking pretty. But she's not worthy to reshape the world yet. And like reminding her of this as well, you're a trespasser. This song is gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. And like even seeing the transition of going down to that, right? It's such a beautiful image to me. And there's Farina again. This artwork of Farina is fantastic. They freaking popped off so much. And the way she's like telling Neverlet about it as well. So this is like, you must like go to you do the same, I guess walk the path that I walked is kind of like, you know, learn from what I did as well. This is so gorgeous. The combination of the music, the visuals. Here, watch. Look at this. Just this one scene in the water is like one of the prettiest scenes I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. With the vocal as well, hitting that note as well. So pretty. And it's like a reminder you're not a part of this world. And it's not your home. And that probably stuck with her for so long as well. Like the idea of like, I can't do anything to change. I'm not changing this place. You know, I'm walking a path here. And it probably like, it was a part that stuck with her. Like I can't just make like, you know, a life here. And meeting Alice as well. Listen to that voice inside of you. I love this part of the song as well. The mausoleum of King Deseret. This shot! This freaking shot! Reflecting Dane, and he realizes, oh god, you're probably fighting a lot like Sir Logi. You know what I mean? And he wants to know where were the sinners. I love this scene as well. I love it so much. It's so pretty. Like the jade colors in Genshin are like second to none. This is definitely Tartaglia, I'm thinking as well, by the way. It has a very youthful voice. I don't know what Tartaglia sounds like in a different language, but it sounds like it has like a very like youthful voice to it as well. And we do know that she did train Tartaglia. And we have... That is amazing, by the way. The transition between the different... like biomes shows how much she traveled. And how much of a burden she has taken upon herself. Of not listening to the voice inside of her own heart. Rift Hounds, The Abyss. This song is great, by the way. It gives us the energy of like a new metal like ballad that you would have heard in like 2004, and I mean that as a compliment. This to me like is such a symbolic thing as well, by the way. Like whenever swords in the ground, that means people have fallen, right? She's walked this path where people have fallen, you know, along that path as well. She's probably taken down a lot of people as well. You know, and her life, she just has to keep moving. You know what I mean? She's not making a life for herself here. Of course, things are changing now, right? We have a buddy in Skirk now, but such a beautiful image as well. Love this as well. Almost like a shattered reality as well, right? The glass shattering. That can mean multiple things, by the way, for me. The glass shattering can sometimes mean you realize something as well, right? But it can also, like, in this case, be like, the sky, like and I think to Skirk, the sky symbolizes, yes, something that's like, their home is beyond that, but it's also like this idea of like, it's a comforting thing, even if it isn't real, And seeing this as well, this is a big moment too, right? Because this is what made her, like, she realized, okay, there's other people like me kind of on this planet, but I don't want to go and find them because I don't want to end up getting hurt or losing something. She could have made a connection all this time ago with us, but didn't, So pretty again. Such a pretty scene. Whoever animated this deserves 10 raises. Honestly. Yep, so pretty. As I talk about this for a little bit, we're going to leave it playing in the background, and I'll just mute it or something and put something behind it. But yeah, this whole... first of all, it was beautiful. It was an absolutely beautiful animation. The idea of just showing like Skirk's journey, I guess, through like this world and through this universe as well, was absolutely, and just so people, because two things being said on the screen at the same time, the idea of like traveling through this world and traveling through Tevat as someone who like was seen as like a visitor, right? We know in Skirk's story that Skirk is a character who was sent by Sir Logi into Tevat, and he even like asked her to make bonds, to make friends, to walk a journey, to become more powerful, and eventually fight Skirk in the end, right? That was kind of like the end goal of what Skirk wanted here, I guess, as well, to have a battle with no regrets. But the journey here is like her passing into Tevat, her traveling throughout this whole world, not making any connections with people, and having to realize over and over again what Sir Logi said: this place is not your home. But I think like finally in the story quest, it was like this realization that like she finally, can maybe be at ease a bit. And the idea as well from the traveler is like that you don't have to be alone at this time. You can actually like make friends and actually make things easier, as we found, like, every single battle we've had in this game that's been a major battle. I love that they're showing Fontaine, by the way, in this trailer, because Fontaine was a big thing and it was a group effort to help everything go off without a hitch. It was a group effort from everyone, from Farina to the Spina de Razula, Navia, the House of the Heart, to the Fortress of Mirapede. This was a group effort amongst everybody, and it shows that like you can get a lot done as a group as well. The animation in this stuff was absolutely gorgeous. It was so ethereal and flowing with them, and it hit so many good times as the music was hitting in the background as well. Such beautiful vocals accompanied with such beautiful scenery as well, but it felt really sad at the same time, right? It was like this thing where it's like, this is gorgeous, I love looking at this, but very emotionally like tense, right? Very emotionally like strong. Even like seeing Dane, even hearing from Alice, it's like these are things that are exciting, but at the same time, it's another person that she's met along the way that she's kind of blocked out any connection that she can make with someone. I thought this was just such a beautiful piece of art. It really was. I think like I said, there was a reason they showed Farina. And I feel like this whole thing was just trying to show us her journey through Tevat, the path that she's been on, the very lonely path. How many times are people talking to her? Dane talking to her, Alice talking to her, Tartagus talking to her, and she's not talking back to them. You can't make that connection without that communication. And she didn't want to make that connection. She stared at the drawing that we did on the ground because she realized there is people like her around here, but she doesn't want to make that connection just in case something happens to them. This whole beautiful piece of art was, to me, just showing her journey from getting to Tevat, from being sent to Tevat, from walking the same roads that Sir Logi would walk, from walking the same paths in the same world that Sir Logi would have walked as well, and meeting so many people along the way. And it wasn't until she met the Traveler that her world could truly be changed by meeting somebody who is not only just an unknown variable or not someone who is like able to change as a descender, change the world as a descender, but also somebody who has experience with not only dealing with some people that like probably didn't want help in the first place, but dealing with situations that are so dire. And in the end, it was friendship and people around him and people around us that really saved the day. I thought this was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The music, the visuals, the character work, the character designs, so gorgeous. This was absolutely incredible. Really, really incredible. And this is the teaser. You want me to track down some... Oh my god, Tartagula! And she doesn't leave a trail. She doesn't leave anything behind. Is that Arlecchino? Oh my god, look at him. Just like she did for us. Just like she did for us. Oh my freaking god. No! No, is that baby freaking Tartagula? There's no freaking way. Oh my god, he was such like a little like, you can tell in his voice he was such a mischief maker at that age even. Listen to his voice. Look at this. And his little outfit. Oh my god, look at this. What his little outfit as well. This is the cutest thing in the world. This music's gorgeous as well. Oh my god. Wait. Look at this. This is such an interesting art style as well. Is this battling with herself here? And this music is so freaking epic as well. In this beautiful art style, is her battling herself? Heaven and earth become your blades. And all creation bends. Oh my, this art style is so pretty. And she's like, after that you can follow my footsteps as well then. Oh, you were excited. Look at him, he was so excited. That art style was gorgeous, by the way. So pretty. He was excited. He was so excited. Why you scowl all the time? Interesting question. Wait. Wait! She said something. She said something. And look at him now as well. We went from baby to older Tartagula. That was such a beautiful... I know it's not over. That was so beautiful. What was her answer? Please. Please. What? Oh my god. What the frick? Is that... Was that when she was in... Was that when she was in Beyond Tava? Traverse the wreckage of the stars one day. That music cue as well, holy frick. And you'll know the world as I see it. Oh my freaking god. Beautiful as well. We'll put, anything else? It's... No, I don't think so. Yeah, another absolutely beautiful trailer as well. I want to see this art style. We're not going to be replaying everything like we did with the first one, because I think the animated short is, you know, we don't usually replay teasers and stuff, but this art style is gorgeous. Is this fighting herself? It does seem like she's fighting herself, right? And she's talking about how, like, you know, once you, like, you know, being good with weapons isn't everything, right? Yeah, this art style is gorgeous. I'm going to put it back to the start so we can talk about this as well, but holy freaking hell. Or we could, like, actually, you know what's a better idea? Let's pause on Baby Tartagula. Look at this. Wait, no, I could probably get the pause. Look at this. Baby Tartagula. Okay. For this trailer, like, it was very much focused on Tartaglia, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I think it's such a beautiful idea because, again, Tartaglia is someone who's been, like, touched so much by Skirk, you know, emotionally in his life that, like, we know he still thinks about her. We know he's still trying to find her, but obviously he said the truth at the start, which is, like, she doesn't leave any trails, and this is, like, intentionally so. She doesn't leave behind trails because she doesn't want anyone getting burnt by those trails or anyone following those trails. And I think that's such, like, a very beautiful way they put it as well. And Tartaglia kind of understands that as well, even though he probably does want to see her again and ask her some of these questions. he used his 3 questions in a very beautiful way, but I think the most beautiful way he used his question here was like, why do you scowl so much? And the answer that she gave, and maybe I'm interpreting this in my own way, but my interpretation of what she said to him was like, you know, once you like traverse the wreckage of the stars, right? To me, that's saying once you've seen the stuff I've seen, the horrors that I've seen, there's not much reason to smile, you know? Once you've seen the stuff that I've seen. And, you know, from coming from beyond Teyvat and going through all the stuff that they went through, you know, the pain and the training that they went through, all the horrible stuff, that now seeing this like makes the smile at the end of the story quest mean even more. You know, those little moments where we're talking about like getting snacks together, or the moments where we're talking about being friends. It means so much more now. And of course, like if there's anyone who could get through them, it was Paimon and the Traveler, of course, right? That's of course what's going to happen there. But I found it to be like so beautiful. You know, I mean, such a stunning way of like introducing Tartaglia back into this story in a way, and seeing like what he was like, I guess, when he was being trained. He was so young, like he was younger than even Aether was at this point as well. And she got rid of him as soon as possible as well. And I think it's such an important moment, like to like say, get out of here, as soon as he starts maybe like asking like a very emotional based question, because that's not what she wants. You know, she doesn't want him to feel emotionally attached to her. So giving him this answer while also saying, get the hell out of here, is like a really good way of like keeping him at a distance as well at the same time, right? But letting him know, once you've seen all I've seen, you're going to understand why I don't like smile. I love the animation of this. The art style was so cool as well. Seeing baby Tartaglia was such a cool choice as well. I think it was just like utterly fantastic once again. They do such a good job with these teasers and trailers that like it's never ceased to amaze me, like all the different flares that they have for each piece of each trailer or teaser. Like they change the artwork, they change the style sometimes. In this case, they had like such a beautiful art style accompanying this as well. I actually found it to be gorgeous, like really gorgeous. And it looked like she was maybe it was like fighting a representation of something inside of her as well. That could be the case too. You can let me know of what you think about that. Maybe I just got it wrong. Maybe she's fighting something beyond the stars. But the art style was gorgeous anyway. But I think it like really has hit Tartaglia a lot. This is something that he's thought about for so long. And even Arcadia was like offering, like, I can find her. But he's like, no, she leaves no trail. I don't think she could find Skirk. I think Skirk only will be found if she wants to be found. You know what I mean? I think that's the only thing that's going to happen in that case. And it's different with the Traveler because he's not like, he's someone who is he's like in a similar position, I guess, to, obviously she's not a descender, but there is like similar vibes there between the two of them. But I love that question. I love that he asked an emotional question because I think that like, you know, sometimes he gets painted as like just being like wild and crazy when Tartaglia does have like a lot of emotions to him and he does have a lot of care in him. He's just like a very tunnel visioned guy, right? And I think it's adorable about him that he will always like, you know, look towards the like one way with never like looking in his peripheral vision. And that sometimes makes him come across as, which he is kind of crazy sometimes, right? And I love that about him, that like sometimes he'll say something you're like, what? But I think this was like such a beautiful question he asked. It was such a beautiful question. And now we know why she doesn't smile. Well, we know why she doesn't smile much, but yeah, a beautiful trailer as well. And the next one is...
This view of the stars.
Oh, it's in English. Okay. The narwhal.
As if it could last forever.
Oh, that view of the stars as well, right?
All it takes is an instant for everything to come crashing down.
Such a gorgeous looking scene. The music's been so good in these trailers. This is like a pop punk song though.
The only choice is to
Oh yeah, to keep on going, right? Just keep on going. Seeing her own reflection as well. Oh my god. She just saw herself as a child. The musical choices here are fantastic. Oh my god. No freaking way. Oh my god, she went through a rift as well.
You endure. You evolve.
You evolve. Dude, the musical choices, man. What the freaking hell? This is such a cool move, by the way. Her transition through a rift.
You endure.
Yes, oh my god. Look at her. Whoever chose the music for these trailers needs to understand that you deserve a career in trailer work for the rest of your life. Like, they all fit so well, and they fit the moments on screen. They fit all like the imagery so well. It's beautiful. Look at her, slashing away. One of the most fun characters in the world. Waiting for you to return one day? Is that what the song said? Whoa. Some primordial stuff here as well, right? That's such a weird place to wake up and like there's like dinosaur bones. Rebuilding everything again, right? Oh my god, what? This imagery is so... This could be like a freaking opening for like a show. How gorgeous it is, right? You guys know I love cut-ins like that. It's like she's rebuilding something though, right? So amazing. But can all come crashing down again, right? I had to pause for a second, but I skipped back just right before the most replayed section again. This music is so freaking good. The visuals are so freaking good. Holy hell. No, I'm blown away. I'm just freaking blown away by this. Like, and look at, again, the idea of pressing on or just keeping going as well. Look at all this stuff. Like, it's such like a transition of time as well.
In the cold expanse of space, civilizations crumble.
Such a stunning
into
character.
Eternal night. But when darkness falls, I will slit its throat.
Oh my god. And then her just passing through this like place that she built as well herself. Can we get that last line again? Well, this scene itself is so beautiful, by the way. Like you saw, like I almost feel like it is like a transition of time. Like a growth almost, and moving forward. Everything moves forward, right? No matter what.
In the cold expanse of space, civilizations crumble and fade into eternal night. But when darkness falls, I will.
Is she saying just
slit
like
its throat.
darkness' throat? This for some reason this like is a haunting image anyway. I think this is the end of the trailer. Yeah, it is the end of the trailer. Another absolutely stunning trailer. I think the Skirk, the series of Skirk from the trailers, from the trailer, the other trailer as well, and the teaser, the trailer, and the short film is one of the best runs for a character I've seen in terms of just like I'll see, and I don't usually see them all in a row sometimes, but like seeing them all together as well is just like such like an impactful thing. This to me like could have been like an opening for like a Skirk anime. Like it could have been. And I mean that as like a big compliment. There was like so many beautiful epic moments. The music cues were so perfect, as they were in the other trailers we saw today as well. But it really felt like this was another kind of like I feel like it's all about Skirks. They always are about their personality. But Skirk said at the start, the idea of like, you know, looking at the stars, you know, how like for them, as we know, this can be a comforting thing. But this could all fall at any moment. This could all end at any moment. So the only thing you could do is just keep going forward. And I feel like that's the symbolism we got here with the building blocks as well. We're building something for ourselves. We can build stuff for ourselves. But like at any moment that could fall down as well. It's flimsy as well. A building block home, as I see here with young Skirk, isn't a home at all, you know? The foundation is rickety. It could fall at any moment. It could be destroyed at any moment, but you still have to make that way for yourself. You still have to rebuild everything. You still have to keep going forward. And we saw that with like the transitions at the beautiful moment where we saw like the leaves, the flowers growing, the water flowing, the birds, you know, traveling through different biomes. It really was this thing where it was like, to me, it was the passage of time and the progression forward, keeping going. We saw the battles she was having. It was all about just keep going on that path, even though we know anything could crumble at any moment. We know anything could be destroyed at any moment. And I also feel like it adds like a lot to her. Maybe this could be post meeting the traveler as well, but I also feel like you could say it as like, well, now she knows that like she can build a place for herself, but at the time it really felt as though she couldn't, right? And while like it is still a beautiful symbol of like, you know, building something for yourself, it does feel like she thought everything could have ended at any moment. So the only thing she can really do is just, hey, I just got to keep going. And we saw some amazing battles in this trailer. We saw like these beautiful imagery of transitioning between her as a child and her as an adult. And it really did feel like it was her building something for herself moving forward, but never like staying in one spot, worried that it might fall apart. So she had to keep going and keep going. And I feel like that's what they're trying to symbolize here. Another beautiful trailer, beautiful imagery, absolutely glorious music choice. This could have been an opening for any show. And it would get you hyped up so much, or even like an ending for any show as well. Like it would get you hyped up so much. But I feel like it perfectly encapsulates that feeling for Skirk of having to keep going, of having nothing else but movement. And because, you know, time is passing by around them. If they stop, nothing's going to change. And it's not that they were looking for stuff to change. They were looking to get stronger. And they know at any moment that this could end. But they're like, no, I have to keep going. I have to keep going. And that's what it feels like to me as well. Because that's what the idea of slitting the darkness's throat, that's like, as soon as it falls on me, I will fight back against it. And I wonder if that has to do with Certology as well. Certology is my master, but as soon as he descends upon me, and again, I know it might not be directly related to Certology, but it is the darkness in general. And I think Certology is part of that darkness. There is like this feeling for her, I think, throughout all the trailers. The first trailer kind of was like how she came to the vat. The short, I should say, the artwork, or what would you call it? The short, yeah. How she came to Vat and how she felt about that and the emotions of her coming to the Vat and like her journey started there. Then it felt like when she was training Tartaglia, to me, it really felt like it was this thing where it's like her passing her knowledge onto someone, but also how she has to separate herself from the people in her life too, while also still trying to prepare them for the next parts of their lives also, because she knows, and in this trailer here, she knows that life just goes on. Anything could fall apart at any moment. The stars are beautiful and comforting, but that could fall apart at any moment. She has to keep rebuilding her life wherever she goes to a new place. It's not just staying in one place. It's not just being able to make connections. And all she knows is moving forward. She has to move forward. Another absolutely stunning trailer as well. Really stunning. And on a different note, we have the character trailer for Dahlia, Rites of Relaxing Patrols. And I think we see Venti here as well. This is going to be an interesting change, right?
Thank you for your
an interesting change.
Dear friend. A meal like this is best paired with a glass of dandelion wine.
Two friends at the pub. They love this. No. I thought they were going to transition into him being super drunk or something. Wait, what? Are they infiltrating? No, you do not. What? Here? He's just eating popcorn? Stop.
Let's stir things up.
Stir things up, he says. You guys are in trouble. I hope you know this. Oh my god, that's so cool. Again, all these creative choices they make for these trailers are so neat.
The wind is blowing. Let us pray.
Let us pray. Hit him with a surprise baptism, why don't you? Yeah, there it is. They look so terrified. I mean, if someone came up to me and said surprise baptism, I'm running. You know what I mean?
West wind, carry me. Lord Barbados is communing with me on the evening wind. He sends you a solemn message.
Oh my god, he's drinking by himself
it's getting
here.
Late. You should hit the hay.
Oh my god, and Venti looking after him as well, This is the most replayed section, by the way. Oh, of course. The surprise baptism, but Venti looking after him in the end as well.
West wind, carry me. Lord Barbados is communing with me on the evening wind. He sends you a solemn message. It's getting late. You should.
Yeah,
hit
and the
hay.
care he has from him as well. There we go. This was a little. I kind of thought I didn't know if we were going to end on this or not, but I think ending on this was not a bad idea. Because what we got out of it, I feel was a little bit more of a.
Thank you for your.
Not that I don't want to be Skirk. We don't want to end on Skirk because it's a bit more sad, and I do think her story is very sad. But I feel also maybe a little bit of a leave on a more calm note, I think, with Dahlia. And in this sense, Dahlia's trailer was just legitimately just a bit of their combat. Is it a trailer, or is it character trailer? Yeah, because they mix them all into one now, a demo and all this stuff together. And it was just very simple. It was them drinking with Venti and then, stopping a attack on the Dawn Winery, and then drinking by themselves and Venti telling them you should get some rest because they do so much for Venti as well. Just a very simple trailer with some really pretty music, some really cool cut-ins as well, and artwork, with the people moving on the bottle and stuff like that. Another really, again, these type of trailers usually are very sometimes they can be longer. Mulani's one was much longer. I think Kenichi's was much longer, but I think they just wanted to get the point across very quick here, which is just that's who Dahlia is. He's going to help Venti. He's going to help the people of Mondstadt. And him and Venti have a fantastic relationship with each other to the point that Venti's please take some rest. And Dahlia and him will have a drink together, which Venti probably loves as well, by the way. Actually, I think Venti probably gets more joy of drinking with people that don't always like him as a drunk. And I think he gets a little joy out of that. But I found this to be so good as well. They always have such fantastic music choices in this, right? They really do. And with that, guys, we're going to end this video here. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this. This is probably a shorter video, but it really was just about like watching the trailers for Skirk and watching the trailer for Dahlia. If you want, I can like, always do this type of stuff. We used to do it in Roma Reacts, but I think we're going to do it for Genshin at least in a separate video. It might just be a fun thing to do whenever they release character trailers and stuff like this. Now, there won't always be enough, so we might build up sometimes. Like, say if they only introduce one character, there probably won't be enough. So we'll probably try to like do it when we build up a lot more stuff here as well. But I enjoyed myself. And thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you much for supporting this this reaction, this everything, I guess. And thank you so much to my patrons, Typhower2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, Ghost of Nizuma, Felicius Felix, Ewald, Radish, Anusa, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, The Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, Leon, Hike Asparian, Jared Beanham, and my YouTube tier at the highest tier, Blasco, and Royal Gamer 7. I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.